Okay, so you probably saw a snippet from that little intro there of what this does. This kind of makes this little effect where it makes it look like the chicken is flying because they're laying unhealthy amount of eggs. So there's a few steps to this. So two things you'll need is a chicken. Hello. And you'll also need to be in a world with cheats enabled so you can use command blocks. And I think you need to also be in creative to use command blocks from memory. But yeah, so speaking of, the first thing I'm going to do is give ourselves a command block. If you don't know what these are, they're basically like little blocks that let you do commands. This isn't really a tutorial on how to use them, but I'd recommend looking it up because they're really cool and they can do all sorts of things. But yeah, this is just like a very specific, maybe not as important use for them. But this one requires two, so the effect comes in two parts. The first bit is the actual flight, and this is a simple part. You want to place it, and in the command here, you basically want to tell it to give an effect to every entity, but every chicken. So this basically says for each thing, each living thing, I guess is the simplest way to say it. It also includes other things, but still. But yeah. For every single entity in the world, or loaded, if it's a chicken, you want to give it levitation. And then it'll ask you for the duration. I think about 100's fine. I mean, you can make it infinite if you want it to just keep flying up and up. And for the amplifier, I like to do 4. Amplifier just means how strong the flight is, you know, how fast they go up. I think 4 is the best number for the effect. And that's fine, you can just leave that. Now here's the more complicated part. The eggs. This is what makes the chicken lay an egg every single tick, which is basically lots of times per second. So what you want to do is, this one's a lot more complicated because it comes in two parts. So the first part is execute. I'll quickly type this out now and then I'll explain it. It looks very similar to the first command. But yeah, basically what we're saying is here, for each chicken, we're going to run a command. That's basically the general idea. But also, when we run that command, which is going to be data, so we can change the timer for laying an egg, basically. That's what this command block does. We're going to modify entity. This is a bit of a word soup. Okay, here we go. I'll stop here. So for each chicken, we're going to basically tell it to change its own data. That's basically what we're saying here. And then I think we can do... yes. This is where we do EggLayTime. So we tell it to change the EggLayTime. And we're going to set that to the value -1. It's a long command, and I don't get, right? I kind of get it, but yeah. For each chicken, tell it to set its own egg lay time to -1. That's what this command block's doing. Oh, there's another part to this actually. If you want it to keep running, so they keep firing eggs out constantly, you need to change this from impulse to repeat. That's the only thing, and it'll turn purple. That'll make it run all the time. This one, because you have a duration here, you don't have to do that for this one. You can do, and it won't break. But I think it's better to leave this one just as an impulse, aka when it only when it just got redstone, if that makes sense. Anyway, hopefully this chicken's about to start flying with a lot of eggs. If I've done everything right, let's see. That was a lot faster than I remember. But it works. As you can see, the chicken has flown off and is still shooting eggs. It's somewhere. You can tell how high it's gone because it stopped laying eggs every second and it's still fooling. I'll have a full little bit, I guess, or sketch, whatever you want to call it, just after this to make it more dramatic. But yeah, thank you. Oh, hello. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, people of YouTube. La, 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 la.